Sharing my story at Story Mosaic felt so empowering. It felt like I get to step into and proclaim publicly who I am. It's just a feeling like no other. Story Mosaic is a collaboration that we started through HR, C+V, 4D, and it's about storytelling. It's how we tell stories about the people at DU.
Khadija Kwanjo, who was a Community Plus Values Fellow, she actually came up with the idea of Story Mosaic to show that we're all interwoven into the fabric of the DU community.
It really is about amplifying the four-dimensional experience for the entire DU community. And the way that that occurs is through storytelling and reflection, while also allowing space for there to be intentional community making through these events.
I was interested in doing Story Mosaic because last time I attended, I got so envious sitting there in the audience because I could see the impact that getting to share stories had, and I wanted to experience that too. We support our storytellers through the entire process, from workshops to orientation.
We actually will rehearse with them to go over their story. We also have emotional support in the way of counselors if they're particularly difficult discussion topics.
The story that I shared was about how I decided on my new last name following my recent divorce. But even more than that, it was about what the process was like, what my name represents for me here and now in this new phase of my life and this new story that I'm writing.
Another great aspect of Story Mosaic is that we hold space for reflection at the end of the event. Our storytellers can reflect on what it was like to actually vocalize their lived experience, while also allowing audience members to pause and reflect on the impact of the stories.
I came to this event mainly because I had to make up for something that I missed as a part of my CWC Leadership Studies class. And I was just immediately really surprised with the stories. I do feel connections to every single story in different ways. As somebody who didn't expect anything from this, I'm really happy to have heard all of your stories, and I will be taking this with me for a while. Thank you.
When someone comes to me with interest and asks me about Story Mosaic, I tell them that they just have to experience it in person. They have to come to an event and listen to these beautiful stories, and they might be inspired to share their own story.
We don't tell our story enough. We are all in this together. We all have similar experiences throughout our journeys, and I think the more we can tell our stories to each other, the more alike and the more similar we find that we are.